Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is MicheleMarieDalene, and today we're going to do a tarot reading. I want to know some answers, and I'm sure you do too, about different things that we have discussed on the show that maybe you could not or felt kind of wanting. Also, the fact is we do YouTube videos on YouTube. We often, and the live streams, tend to jump from place to place. Number one, let's talk about first of all the tarot reading, but also let's talk about the ears. Now the ears kind of come like a trademark of who I am, they kind of look interesting in this background. But what we're gonna do is I want to focus on some tarot reading, and I think that'd be fantastic. In fact, I got the other screen up. Let's just jump to that so you can see it right there. I am. This is the microphone here. You can see me here. This is the studio. Everybody likes my ears. I haven't seen too many people who hate my ears. My ears to make a lot of difference to a lot of people. What I want to do today is we're going to pull some tarot up. I don't know if I can get this camera to tilt down without potentially breaking on me. I will try. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to pull some tarot out today. And we're going to start with a deck. This is a newer deck. This doesn't use the same suits as the other one. But what's nice about these cards is, yes, it does come with the book. You get the book. Most decks don't come with books. In the case of the Rider Tarot, it just comes with a little booklet. But if you pull the bottom of the card, you'll see things like the wheel. You'll see a description of the wheel. You see, basically, pretty easy. These nice cards are very simple to read. They're very pretty. This was gifted to me, by the way. This deck was gifted. And I wanted to do some reading. So what we're going to do, and these are very hard to shuffle, is let me move the other microphone over here so you can hear me better. Make sure you can hear me, because it's always important, because I know so much. It is easy to forget that this is a setup that is not the most optimum. I say this because, unfortunately enough, this studio this is actually my keyboard area, or my desk. This is where my keyboard is. So normally I'm working with it, I slide it out like this. So we slide it in like this. I don't have a space. And that's one of the reasons why I don't pull up like 10, 20, 30, 40 decks or things like 7 bigger tarot deck readers do. There's just no space for it. I'm terrible in shuffling. These cards are really hard to shuffle. Really hard to shuffle. Great cards, but shuffling is the pits. Okay, and let's be honest. Okay, Mother God, Father God, Angel, Spirit Guides. Keep it simple. For all of those watching, what is the trends gonna be for the next 3 months, from October through December? I know we're mid-October, but okay, look at October through January. Okay, what's the next 3 trends gonna be for October through January of 2024? Keep it simple, please. I know it's people. These decks are so big; it's hard to get them shuffle. I kind of get the impression from Mother God that this is fine. She understands I cannot shuffle these cards no matter what I do. These things are so huge. Okay, I'm gonna try to shuffle them. I know some readers like to use jumpers. Jumpers are fantastic if you got place you can put them and not lose them. If you lose them, then you kind of are in a sad state. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lose your cards, and yet you can very quickly when you start doing jumpers, as the cards start flying everywhere. And I don't want to do that, okay? What I'm going to do is, first of all, let me make sure the cards are in the right position. I'm going to do the upward position. I'm not doing reversals. For God's sakes, I'm not doing reversals. I'm just asking for a nightmare. This card stack is so heavy. I can't even visualize trying to do these as reversals. Yeah, this one's different. Oh, okay, it's the same. It's just I got it upside down. That's okay. We're not gonna do reversals anyway. I'm just gonna make sure all the cards are facing the right way. It doesn't matter if they're not or I can just go faster than this. So let's see here. I've even seen some tarot readers will do like pick a card, which is fine. I could do that. So Mother Asna, Father Yahweh, very simple. Card spread. I will randomly pull them out of the deck and see what is the coming energies for the viewers of this video from now, October 13th, it's Friday 13th of 2023, to January 13th of 2024. I am going to randomly, I've seen people do this, just randomly pick a card, any card, so I'll pick up 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, I'll try a new idea, 4, and 5. Okay, so now with these 5 cards, we're going to try to determine the overall energy of the people. Let's see what the 5 cards are saying. As I said, these suits are very different. These are not the cups, the wands, the pentacles. These are completely different suits. I got 6 cards here. I got 5. Okay, these cards are so big. You gotta understand that. We're just gonna keep it simple. So we're gonna flip them over. No reversals. First card we have is called the 10 of Spring. Ask for help from others. All work and no play. Being weighted down for too many responsibilities. Okay. Second one is the Dreamer. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. Okay. Next one we have is the 3 of Winter. Is reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger, and with this situation, as sadness that will heal with time. Okay, this is interesting. 3 of these cards seem to be working with others, and the Ace of Autumn is a windfall of money, advice, assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in your career. And the last is the Prince of Summer, the Princess of Summer, a new relationship, an emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concern with. First of all, I've seen a common trend here in all these cards. First thing is that you're going to be using outside help to achieve something. You're going to achieve something, but not by yourself. And it's like the Beatles said, with a little help from your friends. You're going to achieve something, whatever it is. The most interesting card of all is this one that confirms really what the others are saying, which says, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from the situation. Sadness that will heal with time. This is kind of interesting because of what we've been covering on the morning shows in the last 2 days. It definitely says a lot. But it also says that don't worry about all the craziness, because it says here on the Ace of Autumn, it says a windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in your career. Again, there's a career, there's money involved. Okay, so something is going to change in your life. Maybe a new idea. Maybe you're like I'm trying to do, trying to get it branch out. And then last, the Ace, the Princess of Summer says, a new relationship, emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend who you can share your concerns with. That, I believe, may be one of my local friends here, which is also on YouTube as well. So, but these two cards are interesting because the first one is ask for help. In other words, you can't do this alone, guys. You need to work together with other people and to achieve something. This is very interesting because this is like, but she said right now is work and no play. But being weighed down by too many responsibilities. I think like most people, I mean, most Virgos, you're always going to try to cram as much into your day as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. To the point where you can't even, take a minute to breathe. They're just like rushing into something. They're saying is, hey, delegate responsibility out to other people. Don't have to do it all yourself. And I do agree with that. And of course, it says important. It says, embrace a new purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. In other words, time to take a chance, do something new because you're gonna benefit. Because remember, the last card says that a new relationship or emotional experience, which is that emotional experience and a windfall of money. So these two cards alone are saying is, hey, you're going to try something new. You're going to achieve something out of this. Fantastic. And the question is what does this mean for what's going on with YouTube? Well, let's be honest. I've been trying to grow this channel. I have been working on this channel for about almost over. I started 2011 in my first video. And I had started out really as an experiment, and it didn't quite work for me. I just ended up becoming a giant mess. No matter what I did, the idea was there, but it just didn't work very well by myself. And so as I started to explore new ideas, new opportunities presented itself. And with my help and my support, other people, which is this card's about, me and Lomi started to work on reaching out to others in the community, trying to network and grow, and we have been. So basically, the important message is number one, don't take on all this responsibility on your own because it's just too much to deal with all at once. What the fact is that by working with other people, you are likely to grow your channel. And one of the other things is that I used to watch a lot of tarot readings from Virgo Goddess, and she would definitely be in this category here. As a person that used to be very soothing and calming to me in my life, and I really loved it. And of course, she changed the content of her channel recently because she said, well, the problem with tarot is I feel like I'm getting worn down, which is kind of related to what the first card said is don't take on too much. Don't take on more than you can handle. You take on too much you're going to handle, you're going to screw yourself. Now, while we're at it, let's pull out some oracle cards. Now, each of these cards are different in quality. These cards here, I like these cards. This is called this deck here is called the Universal Folk Oracle. These are kind of cool because these are neat cards. I usually pull out 2, sometimes 3 of these, and I get a very interesting reading. And also they shuffle much easier for me than the other ones. The other deck is like really hard to shuffle. I'm not a proper shuffler, so if you wonder why my shuffling techniques suck, I talked to Mother God about this, and she said, don't worry about it. The tarot card shufflers, each one of them have their own way of doing things. Some can't even shuffle a deck at all, and that's absolutely fine. If you can't shuffle a deck, okay, just try to focus on getting a good reading and try to focus on understanding what the cards are saying. I'm going to pull 2 up from this deck. I sometimes pull 3, sometimes 4, usually 2. So let's get 2 out. 1, 2. And while we're at it, we're going to pull up out of the other deck here 2 more cards as well. This is called the Pure Magic Tarot deck. And so these are Oracle decks as well. So let me put these 2 cards aside so I don't shuffle them around. I'm going to mix them together deck here. Again, they almost all cards come with these books. They all do. So if I need more detail, I can go into the book and look at them. But these cards are pretty self-explanatory. There's a brief meaning of the cards on the cards. And then after that, we'll go to Finnish-Rod Tarot. Not Finnish-Rod Tarot. Finnish-Rod Tarot. Which is kind of funny because it's kind of close to Lumi's name, and I don't know what Finnish-Rod means. I think it means enlightenment, isn't it? I don't think so, but regardless, Okay, so pull 2 more of these decks out, 2 more of these cards out, and I'm also trying to think what to call this tarot shows. I'm thinking about the name Blood Elf Tarot, but I don't know how YouTube is going to feel about the word Blood Elf and the title because of ears, okay? So we're going to pull some cards out. First, we'll flip these over. The first card is Loyalty, Responsibility, Relationship, Construct, and Self-Care. Interesting because this is kind of what the other card was talking about is self-care, loyalty. You got your loyal fan base. And if a loyal fan base really is there for you, wants to see you do good. The second card is called Healing, Cleanse, Hydrate, Dissolve, Purity. Purify. Okay, fascinating. And then, of course, the next 2 cards is Opening Circle, Protective Ritual, Lessons, and Simplicity. Last one is Earth Mother, Psychic Recharge, Grounded, Healer, Mentor, and Layers. Okay, now I'm seeing a theme here, which is this one here. It's talking about loyalty, responsibility, relationships, construct, and self-care. The first question is, you talk about loyalty to yourself. Already talking about loyalty. Obviously, it talks about responsibilities. As a YouTube content creator, I am very much have responsibilities as a content creator, and not only just to my audience, which I do, but also to the platform itself and what is expected of me as a content creator. So, yes, that makes sense. Healing, cleanse, hydrate, dissolve, and purify. How much people have emotionally getting so full of crud that their brains are like totally feeling like a garbage can. And it's not because they're necessarily immoral or anything, but their whole minds are totally awash with feelings and emotions that often don't make sense. This is what the cards are saying: is A, take a chill pill, cleanse it, purify yourself. Also, Opening Circle says protection, ritual, lessons, and simplicity. Simplicity. Think about this. How many YouTuber channels go through with these crazy things in their lives, or even non-YouTubers? They go through for the complicated rituals, complicated procedures. Every morning's a ritual. Everybody has one. How you get up, eat breakfast, go to work. If you're a woman, or even if you're a guy, if you wear makeup, what kind of makeup you wear, what kind of clothing you wear, that's a ritual. And when your ritual gets complicated and gets too much, because you're taking on too many things, you need to simplify your life. Get your ritual down where it's manageable. Because that kind of ties in perfectly with the other card, because this talks about self-care. And trust me, your morning routine is self-care, right? It's what you do. It's how you get ready for the day. But sometimes with our loyalties, we get so hornswoggled with procedures and responsibilities that our rituals become so complicated. You know, I can come up with plenty of examples where you start things like, okay, what kind of coffee you're going to make in the morning? If you make multiple flavors of coffee, what kind of tea do you drink? What to wear? What to, what your routine's going to be. Saying simplify it. Cut to the chase. Get right straight to that point. And of course, the last card is right here. Is this one? Is Earth Mother, Taiki Sacred Recharge, Grounding, Healer, Mentor, and Layers. So what makes sense, right? You gotta kind of get yourself regrounded back to the earth because you're so wrapped up in everything else that you start to act like you're floating away. You're floating away. You're not focused on the real energies you need to focus on. So, I'm going to say the reading keeps coming up with several themes. The first and foremost, and never the least important, is the fact is that your body is saying is, hey, Michelle, we love you. You're a beautiful person, you're a great person, but don't overwhelm yourself and take it on too much because that's going to suck. You're going to hate yourself. You're going to hate what you do. Your feelings, your energies are going to suffer because you're constantly doing too much for yourself. Now, this deck is the finisher deck. I'm not going to pull too many. Just like I normally do. I tend to need the booklet a lot. Don't ask me why. It just tends I've never quite learned how to do Rider Tarot cards without basically needing the booklet. But, okay, so we're going to keep it simple. Just about the size of regular playing cards. I also have regular playing deck of cards in here too, but I never used them yet. But Mother God, Father God, Angel, Spirit guys, what is the reading for October 13th, 2023 to January 13th, 2024? Keep it simple, please. No reversals. 5-card spread. Open to all signs. All these readings today are all signs. They're not dedicated particularly to one particular sign. As I said, please understand what tarot is. If it resonates with you, fantastic. If it doesn't, that's okay. You don't have to have every reading is not going to resonate with everybody. Not everybody. No. Everybody, or just certain anybody's. Readings are readable, listenable to anybody, but not everybody's going to make any heads or tails out of it. So as I said, 5-card spread, so we're going to get our 5 cards out here. Okay, there we go. And as I said, I don't have a lot of room. I know some tarot deck readers will have like this huge spread, like 20, 30, 40 cards on the table. I can't do that many at once. It's just not possible. I don't have the room, so just going to do with it, okay? First card we have is the 8 of Wands. The second card we have is the Strength card. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, sometimes associated with Virgo. Because it's the female of the deck. You also got the 9 of Wands. You're building up a fortification. And of course, the 10 of Pentacles. Now, I'm seeing some similarity again with these decks as we did with the first set 5 cards and the other 2 Oracle decks. So let's go through this. I'll tell you right now what 8 of Wands means because I have to refresh my brain because it's been so long. The 8 of Wands. Something tells me 8 of Wands. Something I have to reprint this book because this poor book is beat up. Crossroads, progress, success, goals, beginnings, promise. Does that sort of match the other cards? Yes, it do. Okay, so goals, progress, crossroads. Okay, so somebody here is going to see progress in their life. And then, of course, you got the Strength card, which is the major kind, which is 8 also. So that's an 8, this is an 8. Okay, if anybody likes to really focus on the numerals. Firmness and purpose, power to tame, gentle persuasion, patience. Permanence is a purpose. You have a plan. You have a plan. You're patient. You want to make it happen, right? You want to make it grow. You want to make something happen. That's your plan. You're thinking something about that. What are you going to do? Then, of course, you got the Queen of Pentacles, or a dutiful Earth Mother. Now, this woman is the one that, as I said, is often associated with Virgo by many readers. Although technically the Virgo card is the Hermit card. The Queen of Pentacles is right here. Is the Queen is a dutiful and sympathetic Earth Mother, fertility and security, dependability. That sounds like almost like a Virgo right now too. No wonder why they use that. Then we have the Nine of Wands. You're building up your fortifications. You're building up your strength, your barriers. Maybe something is coming up that's going to kind of, you need to feel you have to defend yourself against. Maybe accusations, maybe kind of, things like that. But you are going to continue to achieve some great stuff. This is going to happen for you. You're going to achieve some great stuff here. Definitely see, even though all the other cards are saying this can also be related to the fact of being grounded, you got to basically make sure to focus on your own needs. That's the barriers to protect yourself from possibly negative energies. If you want to go for more detailed reading, I can look it up in the book here, the Nine of Wands. I bet you will probably find this very fascinating. Like I said, I really got to reprint this book. This book is getting really beat up. Yes, the Nine of Wands is perseverance, defense, recovery, resources. You are going to recover. I do sense that. Maybe after you take a grounding and after you have a chance to re-strengthen and refortify yourself, you're going to have the final outcome. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. What does that mean? Well, usually tens mean anything a period of completion. So, if I go look up the Ten of Pentacles right here, it means, I have to be honest, it says security gain, affluence, domestic harmony. Affluence, domestic harmony. Yeah, you're going to do just fine. Okay, very interesting because it really says a lot about the deck, right? It says, I'm going to do great. I'm going to do fine. Hear me roar. Hear me see me go somewhere, right? I'm going to do some great stuff. Of course, just remember, guys. Oh, yes, the bottom, the Five of Wands. People say, what about the bottom of the deck? You never saw the bottom of the deck. Well, this is what comes up. Five of Wands. Actually, it's the Six of Wands. It's the Six of Wands. Well, I don't see these two women looking like they're in a bad state. Right? I keep forgetting what Six of Wands means. But I do know sixes are usually good cards. So let's pull up the Six of Wands just to be complete here. Six of Wands is recognition, success, homecoming. Isn't that what we just talked about the whole readings? Everybody was saying the same thing. Recognition, success, homecoming. The Ten of Pentacles. You're going to be doing good financially. This card confirms it. Also, from the Wands energy, you're going to achieve great stuff. Yeah. Give yourself a pat on the back. You got some good stuff coming. Amazing. So now, I was thinking is, what am I going to call this? These readings. I don't want to just call them tarot reading. That's kind of plain. I'm thinking is, well, look at my ears. I got the Blood Elf ears on. I'm the North American Star Queen. Yeah. Could be anything, right? Anything. Could be anywhere. Just fantastic. So how many decks do I have? Well, I got quite a few more actually. First of all, I have a little mini writer's deck here. Writer's tarot deck. The official writer tarot deck. I got that. And I got the Sacred Mothers and Goddesses deck. I might pull one out of those too. And I also have unopened a pack of regular playing cards. Aviator playing cards. Okay? So let's get a mother's card out. Let's get a mother goddess card out. Why not? Right? I already did all the other decks. I'm also do this one too. What do we got to lose? This is this deck doesn't have those nice little shortcuts on the cards to help you when you're just trying to make a reading like the other decks do. This is a lot more harder to read. And also very hard to shuffle, unfortunately. So let's just shuffle these cards as best I can. Okay, Mother God, Father God, Angel, Spirit Guides, continuing on with the theme for October, Friday 13th to January 2024. What is the general energies from my audience that they need to be aware of for the next few months? I got Rhiannon, self-love. 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 Isn't that the card? Yes, it's the card we can see this. All the theme. You gotta love yourself to care yourself. Right on. How perfect. You can't even screw this up. Guys, everything you've seen. I mean, what does the booklet say? I mean, for those of you who know, I've done these cards on this show before. Rhiannon Self-Love number 29. Let's look it up in the book. Absolutely. Let's pull this up. Number 29. And by the way, don't ever be afraid if you are learning tarot or readings like these, and if you think that people are going to look bad at you because you have to look at the book, please don't feel that way. Rhiannon, okay, is the Welsh lunar goddess of birds and horses, fairy, magic, and dreams. Okay, she was a fairy queen who fell in love with the king of the upper world. She had to leave her world forever when she was falsely accused and imprisoned for murdering and eating her infant son. Yuck. Falsely accused. Doesn't that sound familiar? Falsely accused. What's her message to you? It says, you may have begun to doubt yourself, or uncertainty may be a long-running theme in your life. Honor yourself and your needs by spending time to build your confidence. Respect yourself, love yourself. Do not allow others to diminish your worth. The opinions and behaviors of others are not the reflection of who you are. You are good enough. If you have been a victim to false witness or gossip, stay steadfast. You will be empowered to rise above your circumstances. Breathe in and trust the truth will prevail. Develop strong boundaries. This will help you to heal and reclaim your personal power to live in the freedom of being your unique and true self. Discard the mask you wear daily to please others. Know that you are worthy of the good things in life. Trust your heart. It holds innate wisdom beyond the logic of your rational mind, and acts as a compass to guide you. Trust the sacred guidance, and know your worth, and that you are always connected to spirit. Isn't it interesting though? Every single reading has been today of all the different decks has all said something very important. Same basic thing. Number one is keep your well-being in mind. Number one, don't take on more than you can handle. How many people don't even listen to that? There are people in this world I know that will go through and do every single thing they can in life. They will focus on the impossible. They will do the impossible. Okay? They believe they can do the impossible. Let me tell you, every reading of these decks are as random as best I can make them. I don't basically try to pre-order, pre-shuffle any of these. These cards fall as they fall. If you can just take them with a grain of salt, but I'm usually 95% of the time, from my own personal experience, my readings are definitely are true readings. They are not preconceived notions or anything like that. I really truly believe in what I'm doing, and I love what I do. Okay, I may be the North American Snow Queen during the winter time, and I have to do a very hard job, which is not fun and easy. It's not all glamorous. How many times have you always thought that being something like a North American Snow Queen is kind of a dream and it's wonderful with all magic things? It isn't. It's a challenge to do that and do that well. It takes a lot of work. It really does. But here's the thing I want you to come out with. You are capable of being great. And number one, you gotta have confidence, which I mentioned before. Number two is the fact is that you also have to understand, just like the Beatles said, I get by with a little help from my friends. You can't do everything yourself. People try it. People will do it and unfortunately fail because they take on too many things at once. The most important thing you have to understand is that you are loved by Mother and Father God. You are been blessed by the presence of Mother and Father God. Okay? You are blessed because you have friends and because of your courageous nature and the fact is you're so strongly committed to being truthful. The Mother and Father God know that, and they're going to be there protecting you. So I don't know how often we're going to do a tarot reading, but I'm hoping, if anything, is that this will give you a little inspiration to realize that no matter how many times that people have slung the slings, arrows, and stones at you, is that if you truly have confidence in what you're doing, you can persevere. That's what it says. Right. You got the 10 of Pentacles, you got the 6 of Wands on your side. You are able to achieve this. So the most important thing I want you to do for the next 3 months is, one, take self-rest. Don't overburden yourself. Don't overdo more than you can. Just do what you can. Okay? Take your time. I'm not going to judge you if you can't do everything all at once. And number two, keep your own needs in mind. You gotta have to remember that you're basically, you only right now got one life right now on Earth. I mean, yes, you can come back again after this, but you just gotta start over anyway. So for this life is, let's make it count for something. That's what I want to point out. Let's make this count. Okay? You can do this. Now, as far as the other thing is too, is I didn't pull any specific cards out for any particular astrological sign. I don't need to right now. I don't feel that's being called on me to do. But the thing is that if you put the work in, but also take care of your needs, and also delegate responsibility out to people that you trust to help you, and listen to advice from those that you truly have your best interest in mind, you can achieve a lot. That is what the whole thing that makes it successful. And keep that in mind. Because you're in this for the long haul. So make it count. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for coming up on the show. I really appreciate it. And do me a favor, stay out of trouble, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.